Yeah, give you something with all the pedal board on it, huh? How you doing? My name is Cory Wong. This is the StingRay 2 by Ernie Music Man. Very fun guitar that I had the great fortune of helping in the design process of. You know, the StingRay existed for a while, and the StingRay bass, and the bass, like the junior, the small model of it, is something that I always thought, oh, like, why don't they make that as a guitar? And they had the idea of doing it, and I was looking for a humbucker guitar at the time because I just wanted a guitar with humbuckers, right? We're guitar players, we like guitars. So I've been a single coil guy for so long, I finally thought it was time that I get the right humbucking guitar. And when they started playing a little bit more with this body type, I was like, hey, I've got some ideas for it. Like, are you open to some feedback about that thing? Because like, I think musicians like need and want this sort of thing. They're like, yeah, come at us. What do you got? So I was fortunate to be able to collaborate with Music Man on this instrument and kind of help develop some of the features and specs on it. The one that you're looking at right now is a Sweetwater-exclusive color. So exclusive that I don't even have one. I'm not salty about it, but dang, this thing looks good. Firemist Silver. I don't know how we come up with these names. It doesn't look like fire to me. Does Firemist look like this? Matching headstock here. This is great. Actually, this is the only one of the StingRay 2 that has chrome hardware. The other ones, as you can see, all have gold hardware. We have cashmere, Polaris white, and charcoal blue. Now, what are the specs about this thing? We got 22 frets on all of them because that's a must for me. This particular one and that one have a figured maple fretboard. The other ones are rosewood. Tone differences, these ones to me, a little snappier. Snappier maybe is I mean, it's funny, like we as guitar players, we use these kind of terms. I think the rosewood, the top end has a little bit of a rounder attack to the transient. Not good or bad, a preference thing. Also, honestly, a lot of people can't tell the difference, which is totally fine. So in that case, what looks better to you? Schaller locking tuners, amazing. These things stay in tune so well. They're these sort of locking tuners where you twist the back of them, and it makes it actually really easy to string and restring the guitar. It's the Music Man Custom Modern Classic Tremolo. Honestly, really great feeling and snaps right back to in tune. Check this out. Kind of insane. You can almost do Floyd Rose style dive bomb things without having to deal with a Floyd Rose. It's crazy. Really amazing feature of this guitar. The pickups are a custom wound Cory Wong Music Man humbucker that I just worked with their team. We had several humbuckers that we were playing around with. We used the Lukather, the Petrucci, and the Valentine as kind of reference points because those are ones that people love in their roster of pickups. And I found myself, obviously not just using one of their other pickups, but doing something that would give me the wide range of tones that humbuckers offer that I would never get out of my single coils. So there was a few targets that I wanted to hit, and the team kind of scratched their head and said, yeah, that's a pretty wide spread, but we'll see what we can do. My references were, I want the George Benson kind of neck pickup sound. I want to be able to do that thing. I want the kind of spanky, metersy, funky thing out of the bridge and neck combo. And out of the bridge pickup, I wanted to be able to get a combination of really hard rock and punk rock tones. So let me show you how we did that. I'll start by showing you the neck pickup. For this sort of thing, I like to roll the tone knob back a little bit. When you're looking for a guitar that's this versatile, you really need to learn how to use the tone knob. If you want a guitar that can do everything, the tone knob is your friend. Okay, so for kind of the Benson-y thing, well, I'll just show you a different tone that I can get out of the same pickup. right? So I can go from I roll it back. Now it might sound just like, oh, it's just any normal tone knob functionality. But what's interesting about this is what I found with most guitars, where I just roll the tone knob back to kind of get the Benson-y, Metheny-y thing happening, it just started to sound really woofy. And the initial prototype, we kind of ran into that. So we voiced the pickup a little bit differently. We voiced the tone pot a little bit differently to really give it a unique thing where it blends these two tones amazingly. Neck and bridge together. This is a fun one. So it's got that snap. You can kind of get that. And on to the bridge pickup. This one, my preference in a lot of guitars is to have a bridge pickup that has a little more meat to it than the average bridge pickup. Because, I don't know, with most guitars, I feel like when you go to the bridge pickup, it just all of a sudden gets a little too bright and a little too thin. So we voiced this one in a way that didn't feel too far off from what guitar players are used to, but also just a little bit more of a soothe on the top end, but still keeping that bite. Let me show you. So we have that sort of thing. I'll show you just with different settings on here, so that way you can, oh, here's a fun one. Put some fuzz on it. Come on, that's fun. Gated fuzz. Gated fuzz. Any regular fuzz, not quite that thing. Gated fuzz. Let me show you some lead sound. All right, I'm going to show you this other thing that I've talked about with this guitar, because certain humbucker guitars do a thing that apparently not everybody knew about. I thought everybody knew about the zipper test, something that I've always done with my guitars. And what it is I bend a note against another note, and what it should sound like is you hear one note, you hear the actual note bending up, but then there's these other frequencies that happen where it feels like there is a zipper going down into the Earth's core, which sounds insane to just say. But I'm going to play it for you, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So most people, when they hear this, they just hear that. That's great. Now listen for this thing that goes. That is the zipper test. What does that test tell you? What I've noticed is all of the best sounding humbucking pickups pass the zipper test with flying colors. Okay, that's like, it shows that you have the high end and the low end of the pickups, and the pickups actually respond to your playing in a dynamic way. Now, this is honestly not something that I really do with single coils, because to me, again, single coil guitars are a completely different function, at least in what I do. So when I'm looking at humbucker guitars, I go for the zipper test. This one passes with flying colors. If this guitar is something that interests you, which I hope it does because it's an amazing instrument, please reach out to your Sweetwater sales engineer. They have this exclusive color that you can only get here. Again, I told you, I don't even have one. I gotta go to the store here and get one. And all these other colors as well. Please check it out. We'll see you next time. Peace.